Imagine you are an elite Roman soldier. You've conquered Gaul, you've served the Republic, and you're led by the richest man in Rome, Crassus. But today you're in a desert in Iraq, and the sky is literally turning black, not from a storm but from arrows. 53 BC, the Battle of Carrhae, it was Rome's greatest humiliation. 20,000 Romans are slaughtered. Crassus has molten gold poured down his throat, but 10,000 soldiers, they just disappear. No bodies, no ransom notes, no trail. For nearly 2,000 years, historians asked, where did they go? Today, we're following a trail of breadcrumbs that leads 5,000 miles away to the Great Wall of China. The Parthian Trap. To understand the mystery, we have to look at the captors, the Parthians. They were the masters of the hit and run. They realized they had 10,000 of the world's best heavy infantrymen as prisoners. Killing them was a waste of talent, but keeping them near Rome was a security risk. They'd just fight their way home. So the Parthians did something brilliant. They marched the Romans to the furthest edge of their empire, modern-day Turkmenistan. They were dropped in a city called Merv. The deal was simple. You're our border guards now. Guard the Silk Road, marry the locals, and forget Rome exists. And for 17 years, they did exactly that. They became ghosts in the machinery of the East. The rogue general. While the Romans were settling into their new life, a powerhouse was rising in the East, the Han Dynasty. Meet Chen Tang. He's the vice commander of China's western regions, and he's got a massive problem. A Xiongnu warlord named Zhizhai is causing chaos and building a massive fortress in what is now Kazakhstan. Chen Tang is ambitious, but he's also broke. He needs a win, but his boss wants to wait for paperwork. Chen Tang's response. He forges an imperial edict, basically faking the emperor's signature, threatens his boss at sword point, and mobilizes 40,000 troops. He's risking execution for treason to hunt down a warlord. The impossible sight. The march is brutal. 5,000 kilometers through the Sea of Death desert and over mountain peaks 4,000 meters high. Finally, Chen Tang's army reaches the fortress of Zhizhai. They expect to see messy nomadic tents. Instead, they see something that makes the Chinese generals rub their eyes in disbelief. Surrounding the fortress is a double wall made of interlocking logs, a technique never seen in Asia but used famously by Roman legions. Then the gates open. 100 infantrymen march out. They don't scream or charge wildly. They lock their shields together in a tight mechanical square. The Chinese records call it fish-scale formation. To us, it has a different name, the testudo. The Lost Legion had found a new master. Fire and crossbows. This is the moment history enthusiasts dream of. Rome's heavy infantry versus China's high-tech military. The Romans are ready for a shield-to-shield grind. But Chen Tang isn't interested in a fair fight. He sees the fish-scale formation and realizes his men can't break it with swords, so he orders the crossbows. The hand crossbow was the sniper rifle of the ancient world. They unleash a storm of bolts that shred the Roman wooden defenses. Then they bring in the fire. They burn the outer palisades to the ground. The Romans are trapped in a burning fortress, facing a rain of bolts they can't even see. It's a slaughter. By dawn, the warlord Zhizhai is dead, and the fortress is a smoking ruin. The legacy of the 145. When the smoke cleared, the Han captured 145 men who didn't look like anyone else in the region. They were disciplined, scarred, and far from home. Chen Tang was so impressed by their bravery that he didn't execute them. He moved them to a border town in China to guard the frontier against nomads. They named the town Liqian, which was the ancient Chinese word for Alexandria or Rome. Even today, in the village of Zhizhai, you find people with green eyes, high-nose bridges, and a strange obsession with bullfighting. DNA tests are debated, but the legend remains. The final message. Chen Tang eventually went home to face the music for his forged documents. He sent a letter to the emperor that became a legend. Let those who dare challenge the great Han be hunted down, no matter how far they run. He got his glory and the Romans. They finally found a place where they belonged, not as conquerors, but as the ultimate survivors of the Silk Road. 2 empires, 1 battle, and a mystery that still haunts the sands of the Gobi Desert.